Hello, and welcome to the Lucy Liu Show, the fueling station for your mind, business, and life. And now, here's your host, Lucy Liu.
Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another episode. This is a special time. This is a time we will all remember and talk about when we are old, catching up with friends in the backyard. Our kids are going to remember this chapter in our life, taking all these long walks around the neighborhood, lazy mornings sleeping in, picnics in the backyard, family dinners, and maybe talking to our neighbors from across the street. Quite honestly, we all have those nervous moments. But as a coach, I take a strong stance on choosing positivity, on choosing joy, and I hope to inspire you to understand that we are writing our new future, one day at a time. It could be weird, it could be terrifying at moments, but it's amazing. It's magical. Today on the show, I have a special guest, my dear friend and client, Tracy Garcia. Tracy is a life coach with a passion for helping women improve their lives, and she holds a master's degree in communications and is a mom of 5 who combines her positive spirit and compassion with her personal journey of self-awareness and healing that has allowed her to find her voice again, create boundaries, and develop a successful life through successful habits. Tracy provides a safe space for her clients to dig deep and identify obstacles and help them live a fulfilled life. Listen until the end of the episode for her website, where you can grab her free 7 Keys to Success guide. Enjoy our conversation. Thank you so much for being on the show, Tracy.
Hi, Lucy. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, Lord, it's hard for some of us to focus on anything, but you got a master's degree while you were pregnant and you had 3 other kids at home. What led to your success?
Yes, that was definitely a challenging chapter in my life. I will say I was working full-time job, raising a family, grad school while expecting my youngest son, which I have a youngest daughter now. So I've added to the family since then. But it was definitely challenging, but I did it. And I'm not sure I would have made it through had it not been for my faith. Faith is something that is definitely at the core of me. Faith, purpose, and gratitude, really. Those are my 3 core values. And I just really believe that faith is so powerful. It allows you to go after your dreams and really just pursue what your purpose is. And I know that purpose is such this buzzword, right? In our space, finding your purpose. And it's so hard for people to kind of figure out what that is. But for me, I see purpose as like something very literal. So I knew that my purpose was to higher education, and really I wanted to add value to myself and grow my career so I could get paid more. So I wanted a master's degree. That was really my why. And because I think I was so clear on that, I was able to keep going even when things got really challenging and things were hard. So staying up late nights and while doing those 4 a.m. feedings was like, what did I get myself into? Maintaining that positive attitude. So there goes that gratitude, right? That positive attitude, it was my dream university. I really asked for that. And I was blessed to get into the school that I wanted to and learn something that was really going to add value to me in my career. There it goes. Faith, purpose, and gratitude. Oh, wait, you know what? There's one more thing that I wanted to add to that. And that is something I've always found difficult. And that is asking for help. And I know that's probably something maybe your listeners have a challenge with. As moms, we have challenge asking for help, but building that alliance with people who are committed to helping you succeed is so important.
Absolutely. I mean, asking for help is really brave, and you really have to honor that.
Yeah, I agree.
So, how did your master's degree in communications help you both in your business and in your personal life?
The funny thing is that I got my master's degree, and then weeks later, I resigned from my communications job. So I told you I was pregnant with my youngest son when I was in grad school, and he was actually born in my last semester. So he's 4 years old now, but I went back to work after maternity leave and, breast pump in tow, like ready to get back into the swing of things of, work and family. Working career mother. And I just kind of it just felt a little bit off. I was like trying to fit like this new me into this space that just wasn't quite for me anymore. And that was really a major life transition for me, becoming a stay-at-home mom. It was a huge sacrifice. I was so used to working, and at that point, I felt like I had poured so much into my career, and I was just really ambitious after, what I thought success was for me. But I really made a hard choice, and I did make that sacrifice for myself and for my family. So, I took that much needed rest to kind of reset with that time away. But then I started doing some freelancing on the side to keep my brain active, right? And I started a digital branding company with 2 partners, which I still do a little bit on the side, but I really pivoted that into my personal branding and personal development coaching business. So I'm still able to use my background in communications to, develop brand strategy and to also help my clients. So I'm glad that, I got my master's degree and I'm able to put it to good use right now.
So what are your best tips for time management as a mom of 5?
Ooh, time management is huge. I think I would say to just be really honest with yourself on how you want to spend your time, right? Like doing the things that are important to you, not just doing things that, as moms, we're always doing things for others and we put ourselves to the back burner. So just getting really clear on what's important to you. And then when I started coaching with you almost a year ago, you introduced me to time blocking, and that has been huge. Like that's helped me so much. It's helped me to prioritize what is important to me and intentionally build that into my daily routine. So time blocking, has just showed me that I did have more time than I thought I had. And it helped me bust through the overwhelm that we kind of create in our lives when we're kind of just always busy and that hustle and bustle, right? So really getting clear on what was important to me and then making time for that. That's huge. And, as a mompreneur, I think that's just the magic in this space is to create that flexibility for ourselves so that, we can show up as the mom that we want to show up as, and then we can also show up for ourselves.
So what are your non-negotiable daily routines right now that's setting you up for success?
Well, I've recently started to reincorporate meditation into my day, especially, with all the chaos going on right now. I have turned to meditation to just start my day with just some gratitude for sure. And then getting enough sleep is super important. I used to be the type that could run on a few hours of sleep. And I figured that I had to learn the hard way that I was not being very efficient. So getting enough sleep, meditation, and then exercise for sure. I love to, go for a little run to clear my mind. So those are things that I definitely build into my day. And when I do those things, I can pretty much have the energy to take on anything else the day throws at me.
How are things at home right now with 5 kids at home?
We are making it. Good thing, my 2 older teenagers, I have a senior, so it was his last year that he's kind of having to take this step back from, but they're very helpful, especially with their younger siblings, just really kind of sticking to a little bit of structure, but not being too like overbearing comes to getting their schoolwork still done and just managing all of the extra things that we have to do while we're at home and kind of confined to this space. So it's been a little bit of a challenge, but I think we can get through it. We all good thing we all like each other, right? We're enjoying this time together for sure.
Absolutely. I'm totally doing time blocking, like in half-hour increments with my daughter, like different subjects. Are you also time blocking with your kids right now?
Well, yeah, I actually just got finished doing some homework assignments with my 3rd grader who he decided that he wanted a holiday on Monday. So I let him have his Monday for himself, but that meant we had to kind of double up a little bit. So we did 30 minutes worth of math and then did a little bit of some learning videos. And then I told him he can take an hour break. And then after that, so he's doing his hour break right now, and then we'll get back onto the schoolwork. So it's definitely been helping.
What else have you learned in life that contributed to your personal and business success you feel you must share with our listeners?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I think I'd share with your listeners that it's okay to define what success is for you. And again, not what others say it is for you, not what others think you should be doing, but what does success really mean for you? Because that was just a huge breakthrough moment for me as I was transitioning from career mom to stay-at-home mom to now entrepreneur, mompreneur. I really just had to redefine what success was for me. I kind of had this belief that I was successful when I had that six-figure salary, and I was working my way up to getting that corner office with this like really respected title and kind of just all this external validation. That was kind of how I viewed success. And since I was so far removed from that path, I guess, I really struggled. I struggled with being fulfilled. And so when I kind of took a step back and was just more present with my new kind of season in life as a stay-at-home mom, I had to redefine what success was for me. And that has allowed me to really just grow now as an entrepreneur, having good physical and mental health, having alignment, which is so important for me. I feel like when we are in alignment, then, things just start unfolding for us. And that's just having that mindset has really just allowed me to really have courage and be brave in this new space. Having a strong marriage and having a great relationship with my kids, that's what I see as success now. It has nothing to do with my title or what my salary was. That was my old way of thinking. So I would just really share with your listeners, to figure out what success means for you and go after that.
Oh, I love it. Do you have a favorite quote that you go by?
Oh, yes. My favorite quote is, "She believed she could, so she did." And I just really love that quote so much. I actually have it in my office. And to me, when you believe, that's that key word in that quote, belief. And when you have belief, that means that you have faith. And when you have faith, you can really create anything in your life. And, I love that quote so much.
Oh, absolutely. And we're talking about unshakable belief, right?
Right.
We're not talking about like those doubts creeping in. And it doesn't matter who you believe in, that faith is so important. If you ever feel the need for your own mindset reset, what do you do differently?
Oh, yeah. To get my mindset kind of just back on track, gratitude for sure. I know I mentioned that before, but just taking that time to just be grateful for whatever is right in front of you in that moment and just expressing that wholeheartedly. I mean, that can just create such a shift. And again, I also like to go for a little jog or a run and maybe listen to a podcast, but get my body moving because, that just creates those endorphins and it just makes you happy. It clears your mind. So when I need a good mindset reset, I'll practice some gratitude and probably go for a little jog.
In the recent chaos, have you done anything differently to relax your mind? I mean, I totally have. I've picked up drawing.
I see that.
Yeah, and I meditate more, like longer with my daughter. Are you doing anything different?
I am. I used to have this pretty strict kind of morning schedule. I've kind of loosened up on that a little bit and have been allowing myself to kind of sleep in a little bit more and still getting to the important things at the beginning of the day. But before I used to wake up at 4:30 and make sure that I was exercising by 5 a.m. and now good with exercising at 7 a.m. and getting my day started at 8. So that's one thing that I've done is kind of just relax on that a little bit, still getting in what's important, but just allowing my body, just that extra space. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So you did mention that we worked together. What was most helpful to you working with me as your coach?
Yes, you were my birthday present to myself last year for my birthday. So it's almost been a year. And I mean, there's so many helpful things. I know aside from the time blocking and you teaching me really how that works and how I can prioritize time for what's important to me, you're just such a positive person. And you're always pushing me. Even before we started recording, you're always pushing me to take those bigger steps. And that is just really what I needed. And I was kind of just looking to connect with like-minded people that I would just choose to work with, to be around, to just share this experience with. And you have really been that light for me. And really, most of the people that you're around, I'm sure you are that to them. So I am just so grateful for you. And we need more Lucys in this world for sure.
Aw, thank you so much. And you inspire me as well. So if you like what you hear, how can we connect with you, Tracy?
Yes, you can. I'm very active on Instagram at Tracy G Coaching, Tracy G _ coaching. I like to do my stories each day and kind of show you what my day is looking like. I share a little bit of my family there as well. And you can visit my website, www.tracygcoaching.com.
I'll be sure to share those in the show notes. Thank you for your wisdom.
Thank you, Lucy.
To all the beautiful souls listening, thank you for joining me on this episode of The Lucy Liu Show. When I'm not podcasting, I am coaching high-achieving women in life transitions, getting unstuck, kissing overwhelm goodbye, and living a more joyful and fulfilled life through strategic goal setting and mindset transformation. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe, rate, or share this with a friend. And don't forget to join me for the next episode. Remember, there is always a way and more blessings are coming your way. For free resources and show notes, head over to LucyLuCoaching.com.